Why you worried about what the fuck I'm doing?
Man, I be dead shit like that. That's just like folks who hate to use public space. Yeah, she said she real. You just started.
You sure right about that now.
We are on the air.
Oh,
Let me get my talk about poops.
Oh, no, y'all gotta put your headphones on. Wait.
They call those
This ain't it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. McMurtry, Taki McFly, Fifth Child, out here.
You started recording for real. Boy, you are asshole. This nigga really started recording.
Okay, freestyle on this one. I Earl my scalp.
Not Earl.
this sounds
It sound like you were my thoughts.
Shit sound real professional.
Sound like you were my brain in this motherfucker.
I mean,
is this the metaverse?
The only thing we're gonna ask I mean, no disrespect when I say this, Mike. Talking to the
Oh, okay. Let me tell you everything.
so we can make sure we
got
hear
your own
everything you're saying.
All right.
Check.
Yeah.
Is this thing going?
410. I mean 10-4. Over.
14.
They gonna fire your ass. JPD gonna fire you.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. I don't know what's in that 64-ounce can. She brought it in. But let me tell you, that's healing in it. And this gonna be the best episode in the world. That ain't here. That's Vodkila.
Why can't you?
Excited about this shit right here. Cause usually just be me with this shit. Let me tell you.
Oh, you already
My
know.
tribe is here. All right.
Leave it right.
Center. My daddy said we gotta be quiet. Welcome to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with us this evening. I go by the name of Cocky McFly. That dude across the table from me, that is Merk B. Williams. Merk, say hey to the people. I no longer go by Merk B. Williams. My name is 5 Squared. Inside joke. I will tell you that. Call me 5 Squared because I'm famous. Thank you. Inside joke.
That's how you want to be addressed.
All right, fine.
It's views of Merk B. Williams. Not the views. I tell you the inside joke when we go to break. Man, we got some wonderful, beautiful, magnificent guests with us this evening. First off, we got Miss Monica Hill in the building. Monica, say hey to the people.
Hey y'all.
Hey,
Damn, I sound like I'm like this. Like what my thoughts sound like. Like what these?
This is pretty weird.
Yeah, this is futuristic.
And we ain't got just one queen, we got 2 queens in the building. Y'all give it up for Miss Frances McMurtry. Frances, say hey to the people.
Hello there, children. Hello there, children of the cornfield.
I love it. What the fuck is happening? it's the accent for me. She went full Brit. This episode is supposed to be about sisterhood and healing. It is. I don't know about the children of the corn shit. But yeah. Some wild shit, yeah, man, but we gonna have a great conversation with these beautiful women, man. Happy Women's History Month, and we out here talking to women who's making history. We just gonna have a dope conversation, and yeah, we out here, obviously.
Yeah.
As I stated, man, we got Miss Frances McMurtry and Miss Monica Hill up in here, man, and we just so happy to have y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. And so, as we were discussing pre-show, I think I just love when y'all be together. It's just like, y'all vibe. Y'all just be vibing. It's like, it's like sisters. It's really like sisters. Yeah. Like
sit down and watch the sunrise in
Yeah.
front of Waffle House.
Yeah.
Like shit. That's a real experience.
Yeah,
That's a real experience.
Yeah, sometimes it's on some.
Really need.
She told me McMurtry. That's what she said. McMurtry, as in the tree.
When you start getting a little
Tree,
older, you don't
everything.
You fucking everybody's
It's just
name.
the letters just roll into
McMurtry.
You right. McMurtry.
Oh, McMurtry.
I apologize. So yeah, man, if y'all can just kind of touch on just y'all's friendship and just how that curated and then how that goes together as far as you all being creatives as well.
Well, I told Frances this story. I'll never forget the day that I saw her. The first time I seen her, I was like, damn. It was at the 420 event that was happening with the flamingo. No, the flamingo.
Yeah.
Baby, I had a little table out there. I seen that lady walk up. I said, damn. Like, time froze. I was like, she is beautiful. Like, I don't know. I had chills. I was like, she beautiful. I ain't never seen her. You know what I'm saying? So she stopped. She looked at my table. She's like, oh, this is nice. And then she stood at the table beside me. And I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna start a conversation with her, but I didn't have to because my other good friend Christina McPhail came up and she was like, "Oh, that's Frances," and I was like, "You know her?" And the rest was history. Like, we spent the whole night together that night. Baby, we went on an adventure that night.
We went to about 5. We went around Jackson, and it was like we'd been knowing each other for lifetime.
Years.
It's like it gets to a point to where when you meet somebody, like you got. It's the difference between blood sisters or blood family, then you got soul family. To where you can meet them one time, like, dang, I feel like we didn't know each other for everything we talk about, everything we went through. It's just parallel. And then, like, when we talk about healing, our healing process is parallel. We go through different things, but it's still parallel to, like, the journey. You know what I'm saying? So that was 2021. That was 2021?
I think so.
Oh, wait, what year is this?
Baby, I don't even remember the year.
That was 2022.
What year we in now, goddammit?
Yeah, that was.
It's only been a year.
Yeah, that
Girl.
last year.
That was 420 of 2020.
Like
I was out there.
Long
our anniversary
time.
coming up.
Friend of- on
sister.
On
We gonna have to do
420.
something. Yep, on 420.
Yes, we'll be in the trees that day. Literally.
Right in them bitches. She gonna be on that McMurtry.
That was nice.
On that McMurtry. That was you gonna be on.
Yeah, the rest is history. This
For
my,
real.
This is my soul sister for real.
That's what's up. So
And
kind
I
of.
don't-
Well, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I was
It's just me
gonna
finna brag on Francis some more.
No, go ahead. That's fine. Do that.
But like I was saying, what was I saying? I'm just glad I found you. sister,
Yes,
for
because
real.
you was about to brag on me. I was gonna brag on her because that's the reason why when we came together, you know, we both artists, just different forms of art or the heart, and so it's like that's when I wanted Monica to be a part of the soul healing, you know, because that's what my artistry is, like healing. So when I did that workshop seminar, I'm like, Monica, I need real artists, you know what I'm saying? Real sisters, a real sisterhood. And that's one thing that us melanated people is missing, is true sisterhood and true brotherhood. This lady once, her name is Sister Myra, she once said, one thing that our melanated people is missing is the men should be treating the women like they sisters. You know your sister gonna mess up, but you forgive her at the end of the day. And the women should be treating our men like our brothers. You know our brothers gonna mess up. You know your brother gonna mess up. But at the end of the day, you love your brother. You still, you know what I'm saying, show them compassion. And so that's what it's like. That's when we came together, like all of these spiritual the spiritual information is being sent to us through our artistry. It's like I gotta have my real, and that's why we're together now, because God put the real sisters and brothers, the real children that's really trying to do something on this earth to help our people heal through art, through creativity, whatever it is. It's like I think last year, I think 2020 really started it. COVID really brought the soul family together, and then it's just like now, because me and Monica met, that was 2022.
22. Because
I feel like it was 20. I feel like it's been longer than.
No, it had to be last year.
It just feels.
No, it had to be last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
that's when the flamingo was
20. Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
it
that's
was
right.
last year.
And I moved to Mississippi. I moved because I was living in Atlanta from 2011 until 2021. So
well,
yeah, then I moved back here. Yeah, 2021. So
That was last year, and then we met.
dang, time is like an illusion.
We
It's
met
like
at the
the
Space
Space Town.
thing, and the
Sure
first thing.
did.
But we had been
that's
following
your
each
first
other.
night meeting?
Well, we had been
That's
following
our
each other
first
on
night
social
meeting.
media.
Yeah.
But that was our
Yep.
first time meeting
Meeting in
her in
person.
person.
Yep.
And like when I tell you, it was
like
just
soul,
like that. It
like
was
the
just
first
That's
soul
how I was
connection.
when I saw her. I was like, well, besides the beauty, like I had chills even when she,
Soul
you know, I was
connection.
like, I don't know, I feel like I didn't met her before. She felt
Yeah.
real familiar. So I don't know if that night we cried together. Our first
Yeah,
night
we was
meeting each
crying.
other. We were crying. We was laughing till our stomachs were hurting.
And cried.
I mean, and then we cried again after that.
We
Like,
just
and then
be
we was like,
crying.
okay, I love you. But I know you.
That's
for
how I
real.
knew.
It was-
That's how I knew the sisterhood was a spiritual connection, because when you can get around somebody to where you talk about your vulnerabilities,
Yeah.
baby,
you talk
'cause I
about,
don't be
and
doing
you don't
that.
care if they, but you, it's like an inner trusting that you trust them, and it's no judgment. That's one thing our black people got to get together, is
child.
judging people. Now, mind you, with my studies, I know, and the spirit told me, and I work with the ancestors in the ancestor realm, that the Most High God, He gives us the power to judge righteously. But your heart got to be in the right place, and your mind got to be in the right place to judge righteously, and not judge righteously, but not to condemn. You understand, you see, you can witness and be a witness of what's right and what's wrong, but you're not gonna condemn nobody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what it's like a collective therapy with the soul family that's going on. We learning how to magnetize our spiritual abilities without judgment and with accountability.
Yeah, because we like pieces of each other. We said that when we was in the country, like all of it, like it was just meant for me
like
and
we
Tina to be.
pieces.
We like different pieces.
Pieces.
Things I can't see about myself, like she see,
And things I can't
yeah.
see, she pointed
Yeah.
out. Like when I certain things I don't see, she be like, Francis. And I'm ready. Like, please tell me what I'm doing wrong.
This is the first person that I've, like, cared enough to like watch and give the feedback to and be like, sis, we gotta, because this is we together, so we gotta work on this. And just seeing somebody in that moment in a day process, she's like, dang, I gotta get down to like what's causing it, and just watch her throughout the day, and she like having that moment of realization, and then later that night we had a moment to release, and then you was like, damn, and then moving forward you was like, okay, this is what I need to do to heal that part of me. That was the most beautiful thing I ever seen.
Yes.
That was the most beautiful
That's
shit
the key
ever.
to sacred sisterhood. That's why I love Monica so much, because when you got a real sister and a real brother, a real soul sister, they go show you parts of you that you might not see that needs to be brought into the light. The dark parts of you, they go bring it into the light, extract it, shine a light on it so you can see it and you can heal from it. And it's done with no resistance.
No ill intent. Like, we just know.
We just know. It's just like, and not only that, I see that Monica, like she was talking earlier about seeing her having a lot of kids. It's something about that nurturing spirit that's connected to a woman, a pure-hearted woman. Because when a pure-hearted woman loves children, it's like we healing for ourselves, but we also healing for the next 7 generations. That's what we put here for. We not put here to just do this for ourselves. Our ancestors knew that they go create a legacy for the next 7 generations. That's what, I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna, but other races, white people, these other races, they create legacies other races create legacies for their generation.
Absolutely.
More than black people do.
Yep.
Black people, we are, it's like it's been in our system, it's been in our programming to be programmed to be like, okay, I did this for you, now you got to do it for yourself. But no, we supposed to do it for the children, so when we die, the children ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yep.
We got to heal for the children so that when we heal, we fight these demons. The children don't got no demons to fight. They ain't got to break
generational curses.
They ain't got to, because we done broke it.
You don't know how to love. Yeah.
That's right.
You don't know how to shine the correct way.
So I wonder if that, and sorry to interject, but like I know that we talked about condemnation a lot, and I know that happens a lot when in this circle, like with our people, it's a lot of condemning, because we just condemn without even like analyzing stuff or whatever. I'm wondering if that condemnation comes from judging. Your judgment is coming through judging through trauma. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know I judge people through trauma.
Yeah.
But
when
I'm very aware of it. Though.
And
I'm
so
like,
cool.
I need to stop this shit.
And that's
like,
what I was gonna say. Like,
stop.
what? So it's kind of twofold. Like, you have yourself where you have these moments. Of course, you heal to a level now where you can check yourself. But even in that level of healing, there's still, you still need somebody to check you, some accountability.
But that's just the first level. Like, I can check myself, but can I put in the work? To, like,
and so, like,
stop doing it?
and I know we probably are gonna delve into that a little bit later as well too. But like, if somebody is listening and they want to get to that particular level, because you gotta be open to receive. And really be open to look at yourself too, because that's the tough part.
And that's why people that you have around you are important.
Yeah.
Because I honestly don't think that I would have gotten this far if I didn't have somebody like that really cared about me and looked at me for who I was and what I was doing and being like, all right, man, like, all right. In a loving way, not like I didn't ever feel like they were bashing me or nothing. So when you have people around you that's gonna hold you accountable, for your fucked up ways, and I feel like that's what be going on with a lot of friendships now. Like that's why I'm real closed off. Like the best friend I done had, I done had her for 10 years. The flies and them, that's about 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And then when I'm seeing friends, the chill, but it be a lot of yes men, and I'm a person that can handle some constructive criticism. Like tell me if I'm doing wrong. Like I don't
even on top of the yes people, like even with being yes people, there are people who. Because I was talking to a really good friend about that, and she was explaining to me how she had outgrown a friendship with somebody she considered to be a sister or a friend, and I asked her why, and she said because this person no longer offers anything to me of substance anymore.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's a lot of, like, people think, I don't know, people really do have a warped view of what friendship really is. Yeah. But this person is just always taking, and just wants you to conform to what their view of friendship is. And if it's not that, then you're not a real friend. But
that's a reflection of their healing process. If people feel like that means that there's some healing, and that means it's certain abandonment, betrayal. That's what goes into Black people trauma. When you've been abandoned. You've been betrayed, and then when you just been abused, it's the three: abandoned, betrayed, and abused. It's just like them three. When it expands with our people, and so it creates a domino effect to where friendships be thrown off. You know what I'm saying? One person be feeding more into a friendship than other people's are, and it throws the balance off. But when people start to heal, when our melanated people start to heal, they'll start to see. Like how Kendrick Lamar said, hurt people. Well, I say heal people. When you heal, you can heal other people. You know what I'm saying? Loving people, love people. So it's just like, it's the science and it's spells. When they talk about spells and we spelling, we writing things out. Well, what spells are you casting with your mouth, with your words? Look up etymology. I would put this on for people to look into etymology. That's the science of words. That's where words derive from. How words have the same meanings, but they can be flipped backwards. Sacred is scared. The same letters that's in sacred is the same letters in scared. The same letters that's in earth is the same letters that's in heart. You know what I'm saying? Live backwards is evil. Lived backwards is devil. You know what I'm saying? It's wordplay. But we've been programmed. Where did the English language come from? Before our ancestors was taught the English language, we had our own language. You know what I'm saying? Code talk. That's why people from Mississippi can go to Chicago and do some code talk and say some certain things. And people might not understand it, but we can put pieces together and be like, oh yeah. He might be like, yeah, this that John, or it's just like different, the Joe, or these different. They talk about ebonics, but it's really our soulful language. It's melanated people. We can just pick up, like, it's just easy, like. But that's the thing. We just been disconnected, and it's time for our Black people to really come together and heal. Me and Monica, our sisterhood is sacred. I always text her like, we got a sacred sisterhood. Y'all got a sacred brotherhood. This right here is a sacred soul family hood. You know what I'm saying? And we never met each other before, but like you said, McMurtry's God and the Most High works in a certain way to where it brings us together to where now the like-minded individuals can really start to raise the vibrational frequency of this earth. That's what it's here for. Look at this stuff going on with Jim Crow. This shit in Jackson.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It's like the devil, the enemy, whatever people want to call it, is still trying to do what they call it. The old game. It's like the same game, different players or something like that. It's the same game that's been played since the beginning of the millennial, but it's just different players now. We still trying to defeat the same devil. You know what I'm saying? It's been trying to divide our people and come and steal, kill, and conquer, destroy, whatever. But that shit is over with. Yeah. It's time.
Yeah, more people
it's
coming
done.
together.
Yeah. More people is coming together. Yeah. And we got the knowledge. Our hearts is locked in. It's like a sacred geometry. The heart chakra is locked in to where when you on the right frequency, can't nothing happen to you. Yeah. You divinely protected, and our children is divinely protected. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, what it's about.
Yeah, and the real part is, like, most people don't even understand, like, the devil really already defeated.
He know it.
We just in the mind. We just ain't in the mind frame, but we free enough to realize that to where we can, act accordingly and act in that power.
Right.
All right. My apologies. I was supposed to do this at the beginning of the episode, but it was. I don't even know what happened. This episode 31, is sponsored by Mira Got Soul. You can follow her at Mira Got Soul on Instagram. Amira Carey on Carey on Facebook. She has a really dope event coming up. She's a singer, soul singer, city of Jackson, but she's from Vicksburg. Shout out to Vicksburg. So she is performing next Friday. Was that March 31st at the Orchid Bed and Breakfast in Jackson, Mississippi. So you can follow them on Instagram as well. Get all the information at the Vibe Controllers page and go get your tickets. Shout out to Amira. All right, back to our conversation, man. So as we were talking kind of on the break about, Steven mentioned, shout out to Fifth Child, that he feels more connected to his higher power when he's in his creative power. That's real. Cause we do what we all do. Sometimes you just be flowing. You don't even, it's like you watching yourself.
Can I add on to that?
You can do what you
said. So I had I think it was Sister Myra again. Somebody. No, it might have been Dr. B. Serious. He was saying that pretty much true art and creativity comes from the unknown, comes from darkness. It's like it can't be mimicked. Like we get artists, like how you saying, like whatever artistry that you are in, you could be in the studio, the dance studio, the art studio, the music studio, whatever you in, you could have nothing playing, nothing going on. But you might, if you're a musician, you might just hear a beat, like out of nowhere. If you're an artist, you might just feel like drawing something, like something just start coming to you. You a dancer, you just start moving.
I'd be like,
yeah, and it just comes to you out of no influence. It comes to you from the Most High, from the creative mind, the great mind. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you when you say that, because that's a part of. Personally, I'm a Michael Jackson. When he died, like to me, when I study about the angelic realm, straight up, Michael Jackson was, to me, Archangel Michael, the protection angel, the warrior angel. He was an American Indian. Personally, my nationality, I am an indigenous American Indian, black Indian of this land, and I would like to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? I got birthrights to the earth, right? Like we all do. Yeah. Melanated people. This is our land.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson represented for the melanated people of the Americas. the indigenous. His daddy Joe Jackson was part of the Choctaw Indian tribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm Blackfoot. I know we all got the, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we just like in the Bible talks about how these different bloodlines will be oppressed. And you know what I'm saying? These different tribes, the tribes of Judah. We a part of all of that. But it's like it's time for us to come up out that oppression. And I feel like our artistry and our creativity is the portal for us to come up out of that.
I like it.
The portal.
It's the portal. It's the vessel. Like, look at all these rappers with all this.
Yeah, we can snap it up.
That was
For
good.
real, look at all these artists. Like, even we think about, I mean, you know, I have like a love-hate relationship with the new rap music. You know what I'm saying? Because things they talk. But when I sing, you know, God work in mysterious ways. When I sing, what's that dude's name from the Little Baby or the Baby? It's a lot of babies. I forgot which one it was, but
what'd he do? Well, I can tell you which one it is.
He came back and was saying about how his music, he was pretty much apologizing how he seen how his
like
music.
That sound like
Young Boy, 20, what's NBA Young Boy? Oh yeah.
He
I was about to say
apologized.
the 21 Savage NBA one NBA Young Boy. NBA Young Boy came back and apologized about how his music, he seen how his music had an influence on, you know, and but when he was doing in his music, he started from a dark place. So that's why he created this dark music, or this, you know what I'm saying, this music to be like, it's like cause chaos in the mind, because his mind was chaotic at that time. So it's like, I'm just seeing it, the Most High done showed me, the Great Spirit done showed me that the artistry is the vessel for the children of the land, the golden children, to release ourselves and bring our manifestations into fruition.
That reminds me of this young man that's from Memphis. Don't ask me his name, but NLE Chopper. He started off with that music
NLE
like
Chopper.
that now, and now he
He
tapped
be
in,
talking about
baby.
the chakras and meditation and all of that.
So he started creating from, you know, a dark place.
Right.
And he's like, that's just not where I'm at with it.
you
no
gotta
more.
heal yourself, define yourself.
But tapping into their artistry,
Now
that's
let
what
me ask y'all this, and I know all of y'all, because so what do y'all think? Because the other night I was listening to that song, I had watched that video, that's why I was singing it today. Who's that peeking through my window? But he was really talking about some real shit, like the New World Order. Yes.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't believe it.
I threw her apart
I
out
didn't
the
even know
window.
CeeLo was in it. CeeLo was talking about how he, I was like, they been on
What was
this.
that?
Come
Cell
on.
therapy? That's the song. Cell therapy. Yeah.
I'm listening to this like,
Oh, wow.
they really talking about some real woke conscious stuff. But so let me ask y'all this. Why is it that our melanated brothers and sisters been knowing this, just like Left Eye? I mean, well, bless her soul, she was getting it out, but you know what I'm saying, it was intervention that came in. But our black brothers, like, we've been putting this information. Why is it that the black community is still like it's left behind?
Well, it's easy. I can't speak for all of them, but you know, especially from a Mississippi standpoint, you know, people, you know, they are afraid of what they don't know, and what they know is comfortable. And so when you interrupt that comfort, fear comes in, and the truth is scary.
And why is the truth scary?
But I'll take that one
saying,
step further though. Like, not only are they afraid of that, a lot of people are afraid of being their maximum self.
Wow.
I mean, because when you're going through that process, you're uncomfortable. People don't like to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Healing
is
not like
uncomfortable.
being.
But all of that
right.
still
It
keeps
is
you what he's
scary.
like, you know, like he said, it keeps you at that level of comfort, because you don't want to know the truth, because that'll take you out your comfort zone. But you don't want to know the truth about what you can be, because that'll keep you at your comfort zone too. That's
why
really
I said
scary.
a lot of
you know what I
times
mean?
I feel like I was dormant. Like I wasn't moving.
even
I was
trying
stagnant. Yeah, but when I
On that
said, you know,
treadmill.
fuck fear, you really gotta say fuck fear.
So
And,
what made you say fuck
Fear don't exist though.
Baby, I realized I was in a cycle I was like, I'm gonna keep feeling this way.
Like a
I'm
loophole.
steady doing the same thing. Yeah, it just felt so redundant, and I was like, this is draining me. So at this point, I feel like if I'm at rock bottom, I'm scared to try something new.
I heard that.
So
Common
I
sense got
took
to
that
kick in at
motherfucker-
some point. Like, you know what?
At some point,
This
like
bullshit
this,
I'm
I
doing
am hurting
ain't
myself.
working.
So
you know
why
what?
not just? I mean, I could try something else, and if it hurt me, you know, I didn't been this fucking low.
Right.
So I mean, I can't really
It's
be
only up
scared to
from
take.
now.
It's only up. I can't get no lower.
Lower than that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can.
yeah.
You can. You can get real low.
Not where I was
I'm
at.
just
I feel like
playing.
That's
I
what you
was
did?
low. Look at his ass.
Oh, wow. That
wait
is
a minute.
interesting.
I'm just playing.
That's interesting. Fifth child, I don't want to call your government name over here because you done went back to work. Fifth child said he got over his fear. And we use that word, but I don't really think fear is real. That shit
Fear is what?
fear is a farce. It's a
false
figment of
illusion
it. Yeah.
appearing to be real.
Yeah, that's what that shit is. That's some bullshit. But
Some false. What is it?
nah, shut up.
False something.
False
appearing
something.
to
Whatever
be
the E's
real.
supposed to be, but I'm with what you said, sis. Fuck what they talking about. Goddamn it.
I see where you was going,
know-
sister. When you looked over at me, I
Yeah, this all.
you got me.
You
You
got-
got me.
False,
I don't fucking know.
elastic, listen, athletic, it don't matter. Listen, cause I was gonna look.
Hey, man, Ed's so goddamn high right now.
False elastic
I
athletic
ain't even
rubber.
care. 'Cause
That's
let me
what it
tell
is.
you, I was gonna stick back. I was gonna stick right
Whatever
back.
that
You like,
fucking means.
whatever you say, I'm going to war.
It
with
ain't
you.
real,
I know that
goddamn.
shit. I know it ain't real though. Don't miss what the fuck she saying. But nah, bro, he said.
I'm tripping out.
Buddy say he went skydiving.
Whoa.
Look, we over here like.
Now, out of all the things,
I
I
draw
ain't
the
scared
line.
of. I ain't scared of a lot of shit. Like when it comes to foods, I'ma eat new foods. I go on different adventures.
Can you swim?
Uh-uh.
Me neither. I can't swim.
I can't swim. But I said I want to learn at my big age.
I
I literally just looked up some swimming classes a week ago.
I know
Like,
you.
I know
wanna-
somebody who can teach you too.
I know you can swim. You prepared for
I
some.
know.
Baby, I got
This
a
nigga
video
water
of her in
dancing.
the
I know this
reservoir.
motherfucking swim.
Water dance.
Yeah,
I got a
he
video
going
in
with
the
the ocean.
reservoir. Shut up. She do move like water
Yeah,
though.
she do. I was like, I know this motherfucker
She
know how
do
to
move
swim.
like
I know.
water.
Fucked up.
I know
She move
when
like
I be-
water, can't swim.
When the apocalypse hit,
Wouldn't that be some
I know
shit?
exactly what I'm gonna be.
You are a false prophet.
At friends about it.
She lying. Hell nah, not this. That's one of the things I wanted to say earlier. Like, you know, when y'all listen to Francis talk or whatever, for my birthday when we went out on that country on that land, I
Let
been
me
knew
tell
she
you. Let
wouldn't
me
know.
say this publicly. I'm jealous. I wanted to be out there in
On
that
that
hay
time,
and whatever the
they
fuck
kinda-
they were
Honey,
doing.
Christina put us through the. We was in the cuckaboo.
We was in the
sticker bushes.
We sure was.
sticker bushes.
We walked down to that water and was,
You might not have been jealous of them sticker bushes.
yeah.
I saw the porch. I just want to be on the porch.
Oh yeah, that's it.
The
But
porch
see,
was enough for me.
that's the thing. It's time for black people. Them reparations.
Because being on that land made me go back and tell my grandma, hey, all right, with y'all,
I
we
would.
own this land. Okay, well, we need to see what section it's on.
For
Because I got
real.
some things to do. Like, that was
That's
such a
another-
moment of
it
clarity
was.
for me out there. Like,
Was, and that's the thing. It's like
we owed that any fucking
Well, they
way.
doing
We
it.
are.
I don't-
Family
I don't-
banks.
They're doing it in California.
California.
I
the
think.
Sun Village.
Yeah, in California.
It's called the
It's-
Sun
I think
Village.
it's somewhere in California. I may be wrong. Don't quote me. But there is somewhere. There's a state
A black
where they are
tribal.
now giving reparations. They're working on passing a law to give reparations to black folks.
See, California, we moving forward.
and I
feel
wanna
like they
say
be
it's
setting an
I wanna
example
say it's
for
California.
our, like-
I think it is.
I want to say it's California.
But I mean,
I read this like 2 weeks
Right.
ago,
Yeah.
so I want to say it's California.
It is. I know it's also a community in California called the Sun Village, and that's the first black tribal community, which is something
we gonna
that
have to go.
you already know. It's like the first black tribal community that is under their own indigenous law. You know what I'm saying? Because black people, melanated people, a lot of people, you know, they was taught that, yeah, we do derive from Africa and all of that. But at the same time, this is our land.
Absolutely.
What y'all do is so different, but so needed though.
Okay.
Like, you know, I was thinking about what you do, specifically the rug workshops, and then that just took me back to, like, you know, my granny sitting on the porch knitting,
Hey,
and that was her
Crochet.
crochet, and that was her
Wow.
her therapy. That was her piece, like something to kind of.
So it's two things that get me in that space. It's music.
Mm-hmm.
I love music. A lot of people that hang around me and be like, what you know about that? Like, I love it from the jazz.
Please
to
repost
the,
that
to
video
the
of you singing Anita Baker, please.
Bruh.
I miss
Silas didn't want that
one.
damn video out, girl. I'm gonna send it to you.
Please.
But it's music really get me in
Oh,
that
Monica
for me to
can sing.
record myself singing.
Monica, that's another one of your art forms.
It is.
When I feel like just how Monica, when we was in the country, Monica, we was listening to a whole bunch of music, and she was singing songs. I said, "Girl, you can sing."
I know a little one too.
Yes, but see, that's a part of that. That's a part of that artistry. Like when you
Big, big.
heal,
Bop, bop.
when you start to
Bop, bop
heal.
was good.
For real, when you start to heal, you start to master different forms of art.
Yeah.
But I think when you hear it, pull it out of you. Like, what's in you gonna always come out.
Yeah, it's go. You be
And
like,
so
damn,
you start
I
to
can
discover
really
a bunch of
sing,
stuff
or,
that you
yeah.
know. I didn't even know I could do this.
Monica can do the moonwalk almost better than me. I mean, she was
Girl.
slide.
I know that's a
said,
lie.
Man, I don't know, man. You
Yeah,
can't
she
get
can,
you.
honey.
She ain't
Let
got
me
you.
do that dry ass wave
Oh,
on the damn. But hear me out.
Monica caught on
Francis
quick
caught me.
to the moonwalk.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think it's
quicker
about
than the average person.
Yep.
Oh.
The average person.
Yeah, I've been
Shut
out there
up, shut up, shut up.
through my whole hamstring out trying to do that bullshit.
I'm
Look,
up
the
here
bottom of my feet were hurting. I'm like, is it supposed to hurt, Francis? I don't know if this should be hurting.
Indian burn. You rub your shit together. Indian burn. That what that shit is. Old school.
But okay, look, we done got off topic again.
Yeah.
Right.
Steven sick.
I like them little. He sure like, God.
This is
But-
the last episode.
Only,
I'm just playing.
it's two things that can get me in that space.
You said
Y'all too. We need to split them up. Look at us. We look and them two over there. But it is music and then it's
Organization?
just
chaos.
I'm cool with
that
it.
end is
I'm
chaos.
cool. Organized chaos.
Oh yes, I like that. Or
Organized chaos.
I was trying to put the words together. That didn't go too well. Never mind.
Never mind.
I was gonna try to put organized chaos together. It didn't work.
I'm so glad I found you niggas. I swear to God. I'm so glad. So glad I
Yes,
found
when we
you.
go out, I be like, Francis, all right now. No,
Yeah.
usually it be me and you on this. It be me and her on this type of time, and Tina be the guy.
Yeah, Tina be like,
can y'all
come on, y'all.
She,
Christina keep
like,
us.
no, we can't.
Yeah,
she do keep us grounded.
Yeah,
for
she
real.
keeps
She do.
ground. Yeah, she the grounds keeper.
I'm trying to be the
Keep us grounded.
Tina. I'm finna pop your hand.
Yes, please, honey, because I'm just. Oh, we got 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, y'all.
All right, y'all. What are we gonna
Okay,
do?
okay,
So, no,
okay,
no,
okay,
we
okay,
fine.
okay.
We good.
Circle back.
Now let me get my damn thought out.
No, but
So, before I forget the question.
Yeah.
But for me, what took me to those places, like I was saying, was music and creating. I did forget the question,
It's
actually,
fine.
so you probably gonna have to repeat that motherfucker.
no.
But I just feel like when I'm listening to music or creating, I had these outer body experiences, and I ain't never really felt like I could step outside my body and like see myself. But in the moment of creating, like when I did my first painting and when I was making my first rug, and Tina was there to witness it, like I was fucking up, but I was like, hold on, like let's just, you know what I'm saying, let me figure this shit out. And she watched me through the part. It was like I sometimes I feel like I black out, like I can't even remember my process through creating, but it always end in magic, you know what I'm saying? So music and creation music has always done that for me, but when I really tapped in, because I grew up in the arts, so it started off as acting for me. I was the first elementary kid in a high school play at Power APAC. I was in theater. I was in the Bridge to Terabithia. I was Maybelle. And, yes, sister. So acting was me and Sierra. I don't know if I tell you about my best friend Sierra, but she was just on Law and Order, by the way.
Yes.
She's from South Jackson too.
Yes.
But we met in theater.
That's hard.
And she
what's
ended up
up.
going to Yale School of Drama. She teach drama at NYU now, and now she gonna be on Broadway this summer.
Wow.
And we met through theater. So that was like my first passion, and that's when I was like, no, I'm gifted. Like the way that I tap out, I can't even like in the moments, I don't even know how I was memorizing lines and shit, but I was like, I know I'm finna show out. Like I know this is where I'm comfortable with the light on me, with the people getting the emotion from the crowd, and like, yeah, I'm touching these folks, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't know. That's when I kind of knew I was like, all right, I'm the one. But as life went on and trauma and, you know, and shit, I feel like my light was dim. But through COVID, I had this moment of self-realization because we had to sit the fuck down. Like, I didn't have time, all these other times to think, like, what are you doing? But I had time to think, like, what the fuck are you doing? And so when I tried therapy and when I tried all this shit, and it just wasn't working out. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna get in touch with my inner child. Like, what used to make me happy? Right. And painting used to make me happy. Acting. So I started journaling. I still kind of do journal my own monologues, and 'cause I used to love reciting monologues in theater. Paint, and then I realized that, like, when I go to the fabric store and just touching different fabrics and shit, that was making me happy. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I like texture. So that's when I started fucking with yarn, and then here I am today, like, just to speed it up. Like, that's my happy place. Like, even when I'm going through, and then I got a new love. Like, I'm still figuring this shit out, like, on how to heal and what take my mind off of shit besides creating, besides music. You know, this little time I was going to the gym, that was the best I had felt
that's so
to
good.
Sweat. But I just like to sweat anyway. I knew that from hanging on my hammocks in the summertime. It'd be hot as fuck out there. As long as I'm sweating,
and
I
you
fall
don't even
asleep.
have to be doing no physical activity, but just sweating.
To sweat.
Absorbs and extracts that trauma out. Really, it does on a whole nother level.
Yeah, so.
That's powerful.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, any way to release, like, I'm with it. And, you know, when we was in the country and I was like, you know, we had cried, we had laughed, we had cried again. I was like, I'm gonna cry in the shower. And I was like, that's a ritual. And I'm like,
for real,
we be doing a lot of shit and we don't even know. Like, I'm really releasing how, like, I cry in the shower a lot.
Yes.
So,
the shower is a good place to cry for people who don't know. And look, one thing you can do, a good tip for crying in the shower is get a little cloth like bag, put some lavender or rosemary herbs in there and hang it above your shower and let the water
hit eucalyptus.
Yes, eucalyptus. It's any strong smelling herbs. You can put, if you can put it in like a cloth bag or something, or you can even just hang the herbs from your shower head, like with no bag in it, and let that water and that steam and that aromatherapy hit them herbs and come. Honey, you probably be standing in the shower. By the time you done shower, you probably be sitting down in the tub with the shower hitting you and just be crying.
You know, I used to do that a lot when I was bald-headed. That's why I really liked cutting my hair. For real. When I was bald, when I was shaving my hair.
That's a part of...
I would sit in the...
like, free. I love
sit in the shower.
The water hitting my... Like, hitting my scalp like that.
And you can take a herbal spiritual shower or a herbal spiritual bath. So you can, like, anything dealing with earth is going to help your spiritual awareness and your creativity heighten. You know, it's going to help your connection to your higher self and the Most High. Like brother was saying, it's like once you start to heal, it gets to the point to where you start to see it leak out in all artistry thinking, in all art creativity. It started leaking out in things you didn't think that you can do. You be like, dang, I can really do it. But it gets to the point to where it's all about accountability, though.
You don't need herbal showers before we get up out of here. Do you use soap with them? Cause I don't want to be in there with no lavender and eucalyptus and then fuck right around and be musty coming out there, bitch. Now I done cried and I stank. I'm just saying.
Please wash your ass.
I'm crying and tart.
Please wash your ass.
Am I crying because I'm sad or am I crying because I'm musty? Like, I'm trying to figure it out.
Wash your ass while you in there.
Get you some black soap.
I got lavender hitting my ass. I'm dirty as a motherfucker. Like, nigga, I'm musty. I'm musty and sad. That's why you in there crying.
Like a bag of onions.
That's why you in there big crying. This bitch left me and I stank.
Well, we can cry about her leaving you, but we ain't gonna cry about you being stanky. We can handle that.
You ain't gotta treat you like a little boy. Get your little ass back in the shower.
Get your little back in there. You missed your arms and you missed your sacks.
And go back and wash your ass. Shit.
Maybe you need to sit in that water.
Yeah, and
brother.
soak a little bit. Put some Epsom salt in that motherfucker.
Man, I love you. Be like,
For real, I love
be
you.
like,
Now,
look,
I love you.
now, if you're hungry when you get
you
out,
still need some extra healing. I love you.
that baby special.
Y'all my sister. They gonna pull me to the side, be like, brother. Now, I
Let me have a
love
word with
you.
you.
King,
but-
you got to smell good to leave.
Look, get you some black soap, brother. That's all I use.
Mm.
Black soap.
That's good for you. Where's a good? I'll ask you where to get it off.
I got in touch with that Ayurvedic
Get off our website.
Oh,
I got it.
You got some on your website?
I got it. Well, I need to post it, but I sell herbal black soap. So I mix the rosemary, the peppermint into the black
This
soap.
woman made me
With
some
a little olive oil.
vapor rub from scratch. It
Baby,
was
I'm
some
finna come
natural
over there
vapor
and
rub.
lay the fuck down.
I
That's
had
what I'm
some-
finna
I
do.
had
I'm just gonna lay down.
I had the flu.
And
and
mom be
she
like, where
gave
you
me
at?
a
Babe, I'm
jar.
getting healed. Shit.
I had the flu, and then she gave me a jar, and she was like, "Sister, try this." I rubbed that
wasn't
shit
one.
on my sternum.
Yes.
I rubbed it behind my ears, and I put it in my nose
your
and
sternum.
my sternum. And the next day, I don't like that, but
Motherfucker
the
did come
next
out of
day,
nowhere.
that mucus, I had never released that much mucus in the morning, and this is off some natural shit that Francis then gave me. Every night, still to this day, I put that on my lips and I put it in my nose, and I put it, by my lymph nodes and shit.
Yes.
I do that every night,
And it
still.
drains.
And you don't get that. Vicks Vapor Rub got that petroleum and shit in it. But see,
Yeah.
girl, that it opens you
Up.
It was to the point that where I'm upstairs in the house and motherfucker like,
Smell it. Oh, that's so good. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. So look, I'm glad you said that because I only make my herbal medicinal ointments and everything for my soul family. But if anybody is looking into getting like herbal alternative remedies, herbal remedies, I do that too because my children, I do it for my kids free of charge. Because my daughter, she was born, she had to have a tracheostomy tube. And, I just didn't have a lot of ailments in my family. So I'm not the type of person who go run to the hospital or run to the pharmacy. I'm going to make that myself because it just naturally comes to me to where I know the herbs of this earth can heal more than the herbs with these. The medicinal doctors, they only treat. They giving you treats.
Ain't no permanent.
They not healing
that shit,
nobody.
that placebo.
They weren't
and-
even made
yeah.
to heal nobody. When we talk about the all of these all of these diseases that came about, it's been man created. But we got the natural, all of the cures, all of the herbal remedies comes from the earth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I work with. So if anybody is looking into that, I will talk to them, but
And I'm here as a testimony, baby.
I'm telling you, I only
Because
use
that
anything, and I use everything that's from the earth because my son, he was 3 years old in 2016. He passed away from sickle cell trait, and he had an enlarged heart, and so I just went through a lot with that, and I went through war with the medicinal, the Western medicine. They not trying to heal black people.
Yeah.
They trying to kill us.
Yeah.
They want to kill us.
Yeah, big pharma want to kill us.
Yeah.
So,
Hell,
Or keep
people.
us sick so they can make as much money off us until they can kill us.
so I had to see and that was one of the spiritual awakenings that I had with my art, my creativity, is because when my son did die, when he did pass away, I seen that we here to heal this world and to heal these children. And any devils or any enemies that's coming to stop us from healing ourselves, you know what I'm saying? It won't work no more. It won't work no more. So
Yeah.
I just want to put that message out to our melanated people, to where anybody, even their children. And that's another thing. I don't know if y'all gonna put that on the podcast.
No, we putting all this on here.
Everything. If they want to learn about homeschooling, taking your children out the system, healing your children, if your children got autism, if your children got anything, any lupus, whatever these diseases that they have, we can heal them on our own selves. We can heal them because we got the power of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
We're the chosen.
Yeah.
We given that power, but we can't give our power to this system. Thank you, brother. To this Babylonian system, we can't give our power to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? When they talk about vampires, the vamp is the empire. Like they made to drain us, to take our children from us. All of this, we can't give it to them though.
Yeah.
And we got to learn how to heal ourselves. We got to learn how to cure ourselves. We cannot go to these hospitals, all of these big pharmas. It's time for that shit is over with.
Mm-hmm.
When we talking about indigenous of this land, that shit is over with. And we got to protect these children because children is dying every day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right.
So, you know, that's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
And you do it well too, sister.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. I be needing you, honey. And brothers, I thank y'all because we all in this together. We sisters and brothers.
Yeah.
When we think about Malcolm X and Farrakhan and Martin Luther, they still living. They still here.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm X is still here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, we need y'all to get it together.
We do need the men folk. We do need the men
Like,
folk.
they like, we, what is y'all doing?
Yeah. Real tough.
I feel like sometimes I meet men and have this same connection, but I said I was gonna stop like looking at the potential of the person. But I feel, you know, I see the potential in these folks, but they be products of the fucking environment. And I'm a product of my environment too.
Yeah,
but I be waiting for them to like take the step. Like these black men be so smart and beautiful and kind.
A lot of times that's why we be needing y'all. You know, women give seed to your
They
purpose.
gotta stop trying to fuck them. I'm just gonna say it.
But
you gotta
but
stop
they
trying.
gotta
Like
heal that
that's
part
what I'm
first.
saying. And I done had a conversation with a brother at 3:00 in the morning, listening to the motherfucking what was it? Float on. The floaters. We listening. We having this conversation. He was like, you know, usually when I have women in my life, sorry if you listening to this brother, but he don't. This is testimony. But he was like, usually when I have women in my life, you know, I just feel like it need to be intimate. But he was like, you know, sitting here having this conversation with you, he was like, no, I need women past that. And he's such a masculine man that can get into that feminine energy. So I'm like, why you don't have women around you? Just me observing him, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to have you. Everybody ain't got to be bae. When you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I feel like a lot of the men, hopefully he can, you know,
Our
come
black
to that.
men gotta heal.
Yeah.
Black
so they
women
can
do too.
spread it to the youngsters.
Black
Black women
women
do too, yeah.
People, black
People.
women, and it gets to the point to where I can't. You know, we had this black woman is God and a black man is God, but black woman and black man is God.
And you
When
need to
bring a
start
black
acting
woman
like
and a black man together, they create life. So it ain't no gender roles like the woman and I'm against that, and I will say that humbly because black women and men gotta come together. It ain't no above the black woman is this and over this and this.
You come from my rib.
All of that. It gets to a point to where
I'm that might be the case, but I feel like
No.
I feel like, you know, in your world, but that don't mean that
I
I'm
just
not
think that
submit
people
to
got, again, it goes back to like we were saying before, you got to unlearn the bullshit.
Yeah,
man.
because
And stop
ego,
subscribing to
because
these, like,
ego
you know.
will fuck somebody up.
Yeah, stop
when you got
subscribing
a
to this
fucked up
bullshit.
ego,
the
when that
European
Yeah, just
way
stop-
of living.
Yeah, 'cause, like,
they
but
definitely
you
gotta
gotta-
stop
but you
subscribing
gotta
to that
seek
shit.
that
'Cause a
knowledge
lot of that was taught to us to keep us enslaved and manipulate. You know what we see and how we see ourselves. So yeah, unlearn. You know, to each his own. But me personally, I did want to unlearn that bullshit. And I, you know, even as a child, like growing up in I don't mean to say, you know, like bullshit because you believe what you want to believe. But even as a child, like being in church, I would just be like, I'm gonna take some lessons from this. But you know, I feel like the Bible got great lessons in it, but I don't think this
And
is what
great
I want to
stories.
follow. So for a long time, I really didn't believe in nothing until I started just feeling like when I just went off what I could feel. And I didn't feel like it was what I was taught. I just say that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll save that conversation.
Yeah.
Ooh, we
They
got.
can get real.
We need to do a podcast
We
about
need to do
3
part
hours.
because we for real.
We can do a part two.
I don't want this to
Can we
end.
do a
Francis, call mine. Tell them.
Yeah.
You watch the baby.
Well,
Come
Well,
on.
no,
Steve.
well, we have to cut it.
Let's be
We
clear.
have to.
Let's be clear. Not only she got to get her kids,
Yeah.
but he got that boy got a wife
yeah,
and a child. He got
The
to
baby over there like this.
No.
You hear me?
Baby got the middle finger up and all look.
And all of us.
Yeah, it's
Get y'all
like,
asses off
We
them
got to.
mics.
Cause he finna get that text message in a minute.
Oh, yes.
Then got it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
yeah.
it's been
Then got it. How
When I
long?
seen everybody looking around,
How
I'm
much
like,
long-
all right, Monica, don't go in
How much longer y'all gonna be? He done got it.
She gonna tell her what the fuck the back control is doing.
Well, rightfully so.
Man.
Rightfully so. Because mamas be
I don't
tired.
blame
Sis, if you listen, I beg you a peace card. We gonna be
Yes,
Yeah,
sister,
you
if
make
you're
that
listening, we
happen.
about
Me
to.
too.
He is about to.
Add me a piece in there.
Man, look.
Because that baby is flicking all of us off right now. Like,
Man,
get
look,
your
thank
ass.
y'all so much for coming through and blessing our
you for
podcast.
having us.
Y'all give it up again for Monica and Francis. You gonna hear claps when y'all listen to this podcast. We're gonna insert some claps for you. Man, we appreciate y'all so much for coming through. And thank y'all for tapping in with us again. Again, it's episode 31. 2 more episodes left in this season 3.
2 more episodes?
2 more
We
episodes
need to be
left.
one of them.
Isn't it?
Another one of them.
Well, we kind of booked already, but we can
Okay,
get
book
you.
it easy. I like that.
Just
I
saying.
like that. I'm really feeling that.
I'm
I'm really feeling I know where y'all at, though.
I'm an organizer. I like to stay on the schedule, but we can lock you in for season 4.
We can lock y'all in for season
You
4.
hear me? So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for pulling up again. You can check out this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. If you are listening, it's gonna air on Thursday because it's Monday. But we hope y'all had a good week and all that good stuff. But before we go, man, if y'all could individually give people your information, let them know where they can find y'all at.
Okay, yes, my name again is Francis McMurtry. I am the owner and operator of the Crystal I9 LLC. You can go to thecrystali9.com or Instagram at thecrystali9. That's the number 9. And if you are interested in any earth movement, dance healing sessions, or herbal remedies, angelic healing sessions, I do oracle card readings. Hit me up.
That's what's up. Monica, how to tell people how they can tap in with you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at the archives, THE.ARTKIVES. That's my art page. And personally, MONEYYCA_. That's Monica. I'm a visual artist. My business, of course, is the Archives. Sign up for some rug workshops. Come see my art at the Mississippi Museum of Art. Come see my art at the the Municipal Art Gallery on State Street.
Yeah.
I have a solo show there in July for 3 weeks.
That's what's up. You got a rug workshop coming up too.
I do on the 25th. I need y'all to sign up. Like, what
Yeah.
you're looking and not booking.
Look,
you
come
know?
on. Y'all go.
Come make your own art and come get your vibe. It's BYOB. I don't add that in the caption and shit because I be trying to be on one. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Professional.
But it is
You
BYOB.
better put that shit in there.
You know what? I think I might. I'm gonna have a 420 workshop with concrete kicks too. So yeah, I'll come smoke this shit and make some weed themed rugs and yeah.
Yeah, man. So we you good. But yeah. Merc, what you got coming up?
Ooh, Lord. It's a lot. A lot of stuff coming up, man. I'm just follow me on social media, man. You can follow me on social media at Merc P. Williams. A lot of big things popping. So we looking forward to it, man. Shout out to the good people. Let me say this real quick. Thank you to Venom. Shout out to Offbeat. We doing something big over there tomorrow morning, and he was one call. That's all. So I appreciate him for letting me use the space. And so you'll see me on a pretty dope platform soon. If you got and shout out to the Tail Agency too, and the good people of City of Soul. So if you want to pick up a physical copy of the 2023 Jackson Tour Guide, you can do that, or you can do a digital as well too. You'll see a familiar face in there. So
All right. And as always, you can follow the Vibe Controls on Instagram and join the Facebook group. We got a bunch of great stuff coming up. Big announcements coming up in the next month. Wonderful partnership. Shout out to the good people of the state of Arkansas, the Dirt Distillery. And we got a great partnership there. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. We working, and we got this merch coming for the summer. We got the hats. Yeah, man, it's just a lot. I'm tired. But it's oh yeah. And again, this episode is sponsored by our good friend, the talented Miss Amira Carey. Y'all follow on Instagram, Mira Got Soul. Make sure you grab a ticket to her event, Sisters in Soul. Ain't there some Soul Sisters on here?
Right.
And the name of the event is alignment.
Divine alignment.
You hear me? So yeah, y'all check her out on Instagram, man. Click on that QR code over there and grab your ticket. It's on March 31st, next Friday. So I'll be hosting that joint. So y'all come out, man. We're gonna have a great time. And as always, when we end, we just like to leave you with a little something, a little nugget, and carry out through the day, through the minute of the hour, or when whenever you're listening. And as always, when we got guests, we like our guests to just drop a little nugget on the people. Yeah, we do. So we got 2 nuggets from 2 queens today. So get it.
I guess I'll drop the first nugget.
Go on, drop it. You done drop some nuggets.
Okay. Drop some chicken wings.
Go on, drop a nugget on the people.
I'll
friend.
do a little rhyme for you.
Oh snap! Come on.
Dun, dun. My name is Francis. I like to do dances. I'm up in the BAC class. Ha! I love it. We're gonna have so much fun. Yeah.
He said he was gonna freestyle on
He
the
said though. She sure said. When you listening, you see that beat, you hear that beat in the background.
Francis. My next.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think my nugget will be to damn, I don't want to sound cliche, but it's something I really kept in my mind. For real.
Do it. Say
Keep
it.
fucking going. For real.
Yeah.
You might get discouraged. It might seem like there ain't no light at the end of the tunnel. And, just keep going. Just keep doing what makes you happy and what feels good to you. And we gonna get there. I feel like a lot of us need to find our missions and our purposes, and then we will be aligned with what we need to do. So, I just want to, y'all keep that in mind, beautiful black people, because I want to see us thrive. We so beautiful. Let's just keep it going.
There it is, man. We appreciate y'all so much for tapping in with us.
Thank you, brother.
And of course, as always, we're recording live from the BAC. That's an anointed center.
I like that.
Good Lord.
All right, come on, brother.
You can follow the Briarwood Art Center on Instagram. Join the Facebook group. All types of magnificent events going on. Community events, just a whole bunch of dope stuff. So y'all make sure y'all follow them. And yeah, that's about it. Episode 31 is a wrap. Merc.
We at.
All right.
Oh, you already know what it is, man. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay free. Y'all share that shit.
Already. 2 fingers up means peace. Just sad because I'm chilling.
All right.
And I'm pretty sure y'all don't know what y'all supposed to do.
But y'all got to say it.
But you got to say it. And you probably want to know what it is.
The vibe controller.
No. You close, but not. All right, calm. So, we got a hashtag. So, our hashtag is we out here. So, at the end of every episode, whoever our guest is has to say out here, but they got to say it like
Out here. Out here.
Oh.
Like that.
There it is. You got to say it.
You got
Why I gotta say it like that?
You got to say it like that.
All right, say it one more time, brother.
Out here. Out here. Out here.
We at you.